What's up, PricePlow Nation? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Ben, co-host of PricePlow. And today, we're going to be checking out Cutler Nutrition's Pre-Stack, Amplify, and Prevail.
Welcome to PricePlow.
Alright, so if you've been in fitness for any amount of time, you've likely run into Jay Cutler. You know who he is, 4 times Mr. Olympia, incredible ambassador for the sport, and just has made his way around the industry, has always been touted to be that kind of guy that when he goes to events, he stays until he says hello to the last person who shows up to see him. Just an all-around great guy for the sport and fitness in general. He did have his own Cutler Nutrition some time ago, but it was actually run by a different company. When we got on the phone with him to talk over this whole project and partnership, he told us that he wasn't too happy with how it was run, and he wanted to take it over and do it for himself. So he did. And this new product is the baby of that. He let us know that specifically, on this project, the pre-workout, he wanted to come out with a product that was extremely high quality, was what people were looking for in today's day and age, i.e. transparent, high quality ingredients, effective, but also not too much. If you're coming here for a hardcore pre-workout, you might be a little bit disappointed because this isn't going to have gray area stimulants. It's not going to have something in here that's going to, possibly have you have an adverse reaction. And, it's really more so ingredients that are going to enhance your workout, give you a better pump, better strength in the gym in longer sessions, more effective sessions. It's not something that's just going to crack you out and make you just bounce off the walls. So with that being said, I do need to tell you guys that we do have an ongoing business relationship with Cutler Nutrition. We did spend some time talking about the sponsored content that we'll be creating with Jay. And Jay asked us, hey, I want you to give your testimonial on what this product is. I want you to explain it to them, but don't go too sciencey. Now, Jay, you got to remember, PricePlow has been founded on breaking down products. So I am going to go a little bit into the ingredients here, but I'm not going to bore you guys with talking about, where some of this stuff is derived from, exactly, which chemical pathways it goes through. I'm going to tell you guys which ingredients here I'm happy to see, what they're going to do for you, the end result, and give you my overall view on the products as a stack and on their own. So I'm going to start out with Prevail first. Prevail is the stimulant portion of the pre-workout. Now, all good pre-workouts have a stimulant and focus section as well as a pump and hydration section. Sometimes they're split up a little bit more, but that's how I split it into 2 main categories. Now, Jay took his pre-workout stack and made it 2 different products. The stimulant section is 10 grams for the 2-scoop option, and the pump product is 12.6 grams, again, for 2 scoops serving size. Now, this is a flexible dosing product, meaning you can use 1 or 2 scoops, but for myself, for the sake of these reviews, I always review the 2-scoop serving sizes because to me, that's the true serving size, right? That's what they're telling you the high end of the dosage would be. And that also gives you about 20 servings per container, which for me, for a high quality pre-workout, that's a full pre-workout. So starting at the top here, we have L-Citrulline. Now, some people might be saying, oh, it's kind of weird. Why would you put citrulline in a pure stim and focus product? Now, part of, stim and energy is also endurance. And citrulline has been shown to increase the time to exhaustion during your workout. 4 grams here is a great dose no matter what. You're also going to reap the benefits of the pump section. And it's going to tie in well with the next ingredient, taurine. Taurine is going to decrease onset fatigue. Both of these ingredients together are going to help you have longer sets. They're going to help make sure that you are training for a longer period of time, having a more effective and reaping the benefits of that training session, of those reps, much more effectively. Now, they're scattered around the supplement facts panel, but if you put the nootropics or the mental focus ingredients together, you get N-acetyltyrosine, alpha-GPC, neurofactor, and huperzine. Now, these ingredients together are all high-quality ingredients. There are a couple that could be trademarked products. I'm not going to put them down for not using those because you're making a more affordable product for the consumer. Alpha-GPC is a generic version of what could be alpha size, but the studies on these ingredients still show that they are all efficacious, they're useful, and they're at great dosages. Both alpha-GPC and N-acetyltyrosine are at 750 milligrams, which are great dosages for these ingredients. N-acetyltyrosine is it's an version of amino acid L-tyrosine, and acetyl-L-tyrosine is touted to be more bioavailable, more effective for you, Now, there are studies that show both sides of that, but either way, at 750 milligrams, you're getting enough for it to be effective, even if the extra benefits of the N-acetyl being added on are not all that, what they say they are. Even without that section, that bioavailability, it's still a great dosage, and it's going to be delivered. The alpha GPC at 750 milligrams is a great dosage. Very happy with that. It's going to help with the cognitive effects. It's going to help boost your drive in the gym, your focus. It's going to help with, personally, I think, the actual contraction, because the mind-muscle connection personally comes with nootropics for me. Neurofactor, which comes from whole coffee fruit, another nootropic ingredient here. It's been popping up in a lot of different products. Again, help you with that, dialing you into the workout, possibly helping you contract your muscles a little bit more effectively, and really keeping you in the game while you're working out. Now, lastly, Huperzine A helps inhibit the enzymes that break down acetylcholine, which is a neurotransmitter. So it's going to help you, again, focus, drive in the gym. Now, these ingredients all together, I felt an incredible drive in the gym, a focus. I was incredibly focused on the sets at hand. I wasn't really thinking about much outside of the gym. When people were walking around or other things were going on, I really wasn't too concerned with it. I'm a person who is aware of the things around me. As much as I like to tell you that I'm a insanely competitive athlete that does not pay attention in the gym and is only about his workout, I do pay attention to things. But when I took this product at 2 scoops with the 2 scoops of the other product as well, I had workouts that I just was on a mission. I was extremely happy about that. Now, some of that could also be coming from the caffeine as well as the theobromine, because extra energy is going to just kind of make you want to train a little bit more. So Caffeine Anhydrous at 250 milligrams is a great dose. Some of the higher quality brands are still using this kind of dosage. If you're a smaller female, you might say that's a little bit much for me, but it's accompanied by L-Theanine, so which is going to kind of soften it. It's going to bring it down a little bit and smooth it out. I'm happy with this dose as a mainstream product. If you do feel like you need a little bit less stimulant, you can take less than 2 scoops. You can take 1, 1.5. They also add in dicaffeine malate here, which, again, this is an ingredient that could have been trademarked, Infinergy, but no matter what, the ingredient here is a great quality product. I'm happy with the dosage. At 150 milligrams, since it's 75% caffeine, you're actually getting 100 milligrams of caffeine, which brings the total caffeine content to 350 milligrams. At that dosage, because of the 2 different types, you're going to expect a nice, long, smooth caffeine intake of your body. You're going to feel like that energy is long-lasting. Some people get to the end of a 2-hour session and just say, I wish there was more for me to do, because it's such long-lasting energy. That tied in with the theanine, I always feel like I have very, very little crash. I'm able to come down from the energy, continue working if I need to, if it's, the rest of the day, or if it's at night, I'm able to go to sleep afterwards. Everything about this formula, even if you did not want pump in your pre-workout, if you just wanted stimulant and focus, I'd be extremely happy with this as a product on its own. I would tell you to definitely take the 2 scoops here. At 2 scoops, I love all the dosages. But the selection of ingredients, if you are maybe a strength athlete, a CrossFit athlete, someone who does not need much pump but definitely needs some stimulant and help focusing in the gym, this is an awesome product for you. And I can definitely see someone at Jay Cutler's level using this product. What's actually funny is that I tried all of the different combinations between the 2, and anytime I used the 2 scoops of the Prevail, the stimulant and nootropic product, I was extremely dialed in. There was at one point where I was training at like 10 o'clock at night, the gym was closing, and I had one last set of bench to finish. It was actually a personal record for myself. I had never even gotten close to this kind of weight in this variation of the bench press, and they actually turned off the lights and the music. They're trying to get everyone out as I was sitting on the bench. And I wish I had videotaped this, because it was like I was so dialed in, I was so ready. I'd already put my wrist wraps on and decided I was going to do this weight that I didn't even have help with. Turn off the lights and the music, and I barely even noticed. I just kept going. I mean, looking back, it's kind of comical, but the amount of focus and drive that I had in the session was just, it was amazing. So kudos for that formula. Definitely has my approval. Let's move on to the pump product, Amplify. Now, this is actually the ingredient that I was expecting to shine with someone like Jay Cutler talking about. Jay Cutler was known for size, right? This guy trained like crazy, videos of him training in the gym, those incredible pumps. As a bodybuilder, the pump is just... I'm going to play the section of Arnold talking here about the pump.
Your muscles get a really tight feeling, like your skin is going to explode any minute. It's really tight. It's like somebody blowing air into your muscle. It just blows up, and it feels different. It feels fantastic.
And it's actually a very simple formula. Jay didn't go too crazy here. He went with ingredients that are tried and true. They're going to work, and that's it. I was pleased looking at this, because a lot of times with pump products, companies try to throw the kitchen sink at it, and this was just a simple approach to getting blood driven to the muscle. L-Citrulline at 5 grams. Now, 5 grams on its own is great. If you take it with 2 scoops of the other product, you're now getting 9 grams. Yes, 9 grams. So you're getting a lot of citrulline no matter what. That's going to help drive blood. That's going to open up your veins, drive blood to the muscles, get a great pump. Taurine, 2 grams. Now the other product has 2 grams as well, so you have 4 grams. That's going to help a ton with hydrating the muscle, making sure you're training with lower fatigue on setting, and just having a great session. Creatine hydrochloride is not necessarily involved with pumps, but creatine is just so cheap and so useful. It's one of the highest studied ingredients in all of supplementation, that it's just dumb not to put it into a product going pre-workout. At a hydrochloride for 1,500 milligrams, it could be dosed a little bit higher, but most hydrochloride ingredient products will have it here. It might take a little bit longer to reach blood saturation in your body, but I'm happy to see creatine hydrochloride included. Monohydrate sometimes bothers people's stomachs. Hydrochloride is a very stable form for people. They can trust that it's not going to bother their stomach. I don't need to talk about the benefits of creatine hydrochloride. There are tons of studies showing that over time it adds reps, weight onto the bar. Going to help with intramuscular ATP stores. You're going to have more energy for longer in your workouts. There's no reason not to be using creatine as an athlete. Coconut water powder at 500 milligrams. Coconut water powder is studied against sports drinks to be even better at rehydration. Your muscles are filled with so much water that you are a fool if you're not going into your workout hydrated. Just a dehydration level of, I think, 2% can lead to a 20% decrease in strength. You are doing yourself a huge disservice to your training as well as your injury prevention if you are not hydrating yourself before going to the gym. Now I'm going to skip over one ingredient and go to the last ingredient, pink Himalayan sea salt, to drive that point home. Salt is great for hydrating your muscles and making sure that your body is, your muscles are able to fire. Salt is key for muscle contractions. But pink Himalayan sea salt is more than just salt. It also contains a plethora of other trace minerals. So this is a great ingredient to have in here. Personally, I take a lot of salt in throughout my day, but as a strength athlete, that's kind of part of my job. If you are a physique athlete, there are certain times where you might be taking in more salt or less salt. Sodium can be manipulated for training, so I can understand why Jay might want to keep it a little bit lower. It's also kind of hard to flavor against the level of salt that some strength athletes might take in. Nonetheless, happy to see 50 milligrams of it here. It can be great for people who don't normally put sea salt into their pre-workouts. Otherwise, just keep an eye on that, if it's there, if you are tracking your sodium. Other than that, grape seed extract, again, tried and true ingredient. It's going to help a ton with blood flow. If you're looking for a pump, this ingredient is going to help you. At the end of the day, all of these ingredients here help with the purposes of what this product is for. Tried and true stuff. Every time I took it, especially the 2 scoop, I had a great pump. Even when I was training in like the lower rep ranges, sometimes I trained in the 3 to 5 rep ranges, I felt great blood flow. When I finished off the workouts with, my 12, 16, 20 rep sets, I felt like I was definitely driving blood into the muscle. With 1 scoop, it wasn't as pronounced. With 2 scoops, there was always a great pump. Now, together, the 2 of them, obviously I have to tell you that if I took 2 scoops at the same time, it was always the best workouts. I had a ton of stimulant and energy and focus, as well as pump, endurance, and intramuscular energy. I could understand why making the flexible dosaging system here would be a great idea, because say it's Thursday night, you had a long work day, you got to get to the gym, but you got to work the next day again. I might take 1 scoop of the energy, but 2 scoops of the pump. Still have a great pump from the workout, but you're going to be able to come home and hit the bed and not have to worry about that stimulant keeping you up. In other ways, you might be for my case, a power lifter. It's max effort squat day. You have really heavy squats and you don't want to be driving too much blood and making that uncomfortable for your top sets. 2 scoops of the energy, 1 scoop of the pump, just to make sure you're still getting good blood flow. Personally, I'm the kind of guy that I'm probably going to run 2 scoops of both all the time. I love it at that dose. I've tried all the different combinations, and that's the dose that works awesome for me. But whatever kind of athlete that you are, there's a flexible dosaging spot for you with the 2 of these broken up. Sometimes as a consumer, I remember being a little annoyed with stuff like this because I was on a budget and I didn't necessarily want to buy 2 products. But as an educated consumer now, I'm happy with the 2 products being split up with the flexible dosaging as well. Do me a favor and comment below if you've gotten this far and let us know what you think about splitting up a pre-workout into a stimulant and pump as well as the flexible dosaging. Let us know if that's something that you're interested in. A lot of companies have tried different stuff like that, and I think that this is probably one of the best ways that it's been done. For all other information about Jay Cutler's new products coming out, make sure you go to PricePlow.com/Cutler Nutrition, or just keep watching our social media and our YouTube. We're going to have a lot of new videos coming out with them. We've got a lot of content. We've partnered up for all of the releases of their product, and I'm really excited to show you guys what they have coming. For everything else, comment below, ask me any question you have about the product, and have a great day, guys.
Welcome to PricePlow.